The Jurassic Park series is home to many different species of extinct dinosaurs, many of which would never have been as well known and admired today had they not been featured in this iconic franchise. Incredibly unique animals like the Dilophosaurus, Compsognathus and Velociraptor became instantly recognizable names to those who had the privilege of either reading Crichton's awesome tale or seeing it unfold on the big screen. And ever since these stories of resurrection and chaos were first told to the masses, several of us have long awaited the complete record of every single extinct animal InGen brought back to life. While this answer is always subject to change with each additional film that gets released, we do happen to have a general understanding of every known dinosaur that the company has engineered, at least as of now. Now, the creatures that I'm going to be discussing today are all canon to Jurassic Park's films and novels, which means every single dinosaur and extinct beast that I have listed in this video can be confirmed as existing in their respective mediums. I'm going to include both Trespasser and Jurassic Park the game as possible canons as well, seeing that both of these were at one point created to specifically tie into the movie universe when they were being developed. Of course, that doesn't mean that the events of either of these video games actually take place within existing current canon, due to the fact that some continuity issues do tend to flare up when connecting all of them in a shared timeline. Nevertheless, each and every one of the prehistoric creatures that I'll go over has been featured within a major Jurassic Park story. Starting with the novels, Crichton presents us with an incredible assortment of dinosaurs. 15 species were known to have been engineered for Nublar, with more on the way to being cloned in a relatively short time span. These creatures include Tyrannosaurus, Maiasaurus, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Compsognathus, Othnielia, Velociraptors, Apatosaurs, Hadrosaurs, Dilophosaurs, Pterosaurs, Hypsilophodontids, Euplocephalids, Styracosaurs, and Microceratops. The pterosaurs are eventually revealed to be pterodactylous later in the book, and the Hypsilophodontids are described as dryosaurs specifically. Every one of these was intended for exhibition in Jurassic Park, with Henry Wu nearing the completion of an additional strand of DNA that he believed to be that of Coelurosaurus. And in The Lost World, it's later revealed that Carnotaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Ornitholestes, and Moosaurus to also have been cloned by the genetics company. The only other animal that we know to have existed within the park is a possible insect. Around the middle of the first book, Grant and the kids encounter giant dragonflies within the sauropod's paddock. These ancient insects are never explicitly named, but their identity is well presumed to be that of Meganeura. Now, in the film canon for Jurassic Park, we're given a far larger group of beasts. On screen, we're shown Brachiosaurus, Dilophosaurus, Gallimimus, Parasaurolophus, Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor, Compsognathus, Mamenchisaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, also known as Stygimoloch, Edmontosaurus with a skull, Pteranodon with Geosternbergia also being shown in Roland's Dinosaur Guide, Stegosaurus, Spinosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Corythosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Apatosaurus, Dimorphodon, Mosasaurus, Baryonyx, Carnotaurus, and what we all believe to be the Allosaurus. All of these dinosaurs are known to have shown themselves within the films, and many of them have prominent roles in their respective movies. Oddly enough, this isn't the complete list of known dinosaurs that InGen has created. Jurassic World's website gives an additional account of Microceratus, Metriacanthosaurus, and Suchomimus, with an additional mentioning of the Archaeornithomimus in an early scene in the movie. And if that didn't seem like enough, the official Jurassic Park brochure that was used in the movie and sold to the public actually featured even more dinosaurs, with Herrerasaurus, Proceratosaurus, and Segisaurus all showing up, as well as the aforementioned Baryonyx and Metriacanthosaurus. And in the film itself, Metriacanthosaurus and Proceratosaurus can be seen in the embryo storage room. The company also seemed to have their hands on more DNA that was used in the Indominus genome, including Rugops, Giganotosaurus, Therizinosaurus, and Majungasaurus, to name just a few. Now, it's unclear as to whether or not InGen had ever cloned any of these species for Jurassic World itself, but their confirmation of gene mapping can lead to the possible conclusion that the company has the ability to do so regardless. They could very well be being kept a secret, but I highly doubt this. Mainly because, as of now, the only dinosaur that is absolutely known to have been kept a total secret to the public is the company's rendition of the Spinosaurus, which was not on InGen's official list. There's only one animal known to this species to exist on Isla Sorna, and its origins are shrouded in mystery to say the least. With what seems like a total of 29 dinosaurs known to have been created for Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, I'm sure most of you would find it interesting that even more may have indeed been engineered. Trespasser Jurassic Park gives the small side story of a young woman's survival on Isla Sorna in 1998. shortly after the events of The Lost World, and this game reveals the Tyrannosaurid known as Albertosaurus to having resided on the island, and the interquel known as Jurassic Park the game, which is set directly after the events of the original movie, gives us an additional pair of creatures in Troodon and Dilophosaurus. Now the Dilophosaurus in the game is frequently referred to as being a mosasaur, with Dr. Sorkin unknowing of its exact genus during its events, but the creature's true identity would be revealed in an InGen field guide that came with the game. The Troodon that we were introduced to in the game happens to be an extremely popular creation that the game heavily promoted upon release. Many fans have taken a liking to these nocturnal killers, and it's easy to understand why. Apart from that, the only other dinosaurs that could possibly be considered canon are those that appear within the Jurassic Park 3 Adventures books. But I want to stress that some of the things that happen within their pages may come into conflict with what was established in Jurassic World. Regardless, the new species given within their pages include Diplodocus and Iguanodon. InGen may very well have created these creatures alongside their other animals, but we've yet to get a total confirmation on their existence within main canon. The only other bit of information that I found to be truly interesting was that of an old role-playing book released for The Lost World, where, believe it or not, it's actually stated that InGen seriously cloned a primitive caveman and abandoned him on Isla Sorna to fend for himself. As incredibly stupid and ridiculous as that may be, I really think it's something that deserves recognition, or at least interest in the general fandom. No, it's not canon. I refuse to believe it is. I don't think you could get more screwed up than that. With all of that being said, this video contains every known dinosaur or extinct creature that the company has cloned for their attractions. Obviously, the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor, being the product of a multitude of dinosaur hybridization, weren't included here because they were never truly recreated and more or less made from scratch with the DNA of all of these other animals. We're still unclear as to whether or not the existence of other hybrids like the Stegoceratops to be true anyways, so going off on a hybrid tangent seemed to really be missing the point of this discussion. With all of these creatures that we've gotten confirmation on knowing to exist, I want to know what rarely shown carnivore and herbivore you'd like to see more of in a future film. Personally, I'd love to see the Dilophosaurus and Pachycephalosaurus get more screen time because they're dinosaurs that look pretty different to what we're used to seeing in action in the movies. Now, of course, I'm excited to see the Carnotaurus and Baryonyx do their thing in Fallen Kingdom, but I really want to let it be known that the Dilo and Pachy could really be featured in a ton of cool scenes that we've yet to see. I'm interested to hear what rare creatures you all would love to get some screen time someday, and have a feeling I know what a lot of them will end up being. Now, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope that you all enjoyed today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like, and hope you consider subscribing if you're interested in seeing my stuff again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.